Hello guys, just wanted to come up and give you an update. I thought I'd be able to vlog right away after my surgery, but today is post-op 7 and I just today finally took a shower for the first time, and it's quite a task. I had no idea how this was going to be, quite the experience. I think I got there at 6:30 in the morning, and they put a robe on me and hooked me up to an IV, got some fluids going, and then the surgeon did his pen marks all over where he would be cutting me and making his incisions. And the incision, I wish I had a picture of it, but I don't. But when you make the marks on the tummy, he goes from the belly button, and then he kind of makes this little triangle thing where it's going to go meet the bottom incision, and it's a huge piece, a big triangle that would be removed. And he told me that he removed all of that and then some, so that was pretty crazy because that was a huge amount of skin that he was planning on removing. So anyways, he marked me up, and then they rolled me into the operating room, and I don't remember much because I remember they said something about in a couple minutes I'll be asleep, and I don't even think it was a couple minutes. I think it was more like 5 seconds. I don't remember, and the only thing I remember is waking back up. I remember waking up in the OR room, and they lifted me on from the table onto my bed because I had to spend the night, the first night. And I do have some footage of me right after surgery, which I'll show here. Not very exciting, but it just shows you how out of it you are after surgery. And I do remember saying that stuff, but I don't remember
sugar anymore, but that's what it feels like.
I cannot eat syrup whatsoever.
Oh.
Syrup is the worst for me. Because if I eat syrup, my heart rate goes sky high, and then my blood sugar drops like a rock within an hour, and then I'm throwing up.
Really?
So yeah, can't do syrup.
Sugar free. You can do sugar free.
Yeah, I just usually have my husband cook up little link sausages, and I roll it up in a pancake and call it good.
I can't even eat pancakes.
I can eat a few. I don't eat a lot of. But my kids love pancakes, so that's Daddy's treat to.
I make mine out of almond flour.
Ours are Pioneer baking mix, which was I could only get it in Arkansas, and so when I first moved here, I had to. Anytime I went home, I'd buy a couple boxes.
Aunt Jemima.
Never did care much.
Not very exciting, but it just shows you how out of it you are after surgery. And I do remember saying that stuff, but I don't remember like how slow I was. So pretty much I spent the night there. I had some issues that you saw in the footage with my heart palpitations. I think it was, I don't know if it was from the anesthesia coming out of that, or the pain medication they were giving me there through my IV that was causing my heart to just freak out. It felt like it was beating out of my chest, and it was kind of freaky because it would go really fast, yet my breathing would slow way down, so the nurse kept having to tell me to breathe. And you can hear it on the beeping. It would go real fast, and then it would slow down. She'd be like, breathe. I'd be like, okay. It was just strange, but the next morning my husband picked me up, I think around 7 in the morning, and brought me home. And I've pretty much been here ever since. It's been a week. I have my mattress waterproof protector on my recliner, which I read that was good to have in case you leak fluids. You would not ruin your furniture, which I'm glad I used it because there was some, not a lot, but a little bit that leaked out probably the first day or two. Of course, they send you home with these tubes or drains that kind of go into your groin. Well, they come out of your groin area to capture any extra fluids from the inside. I wasn't having too much of that. I think it was just the normal amount. And I finally, day 6 yesterday, got those removed, and that was captured on footage. I don't know if I'm going to show it, but if so, here it is.
Kelly do the hard part. All right. This is a little uncomfortable, so I'm going to have you take a deep breath. We'll just do it at the same time. I'm going to let Kelly do this one. We'll just pull at the same time, Kelly. Ready? 1, 2, 3, deep breath. Pull it out. We're done. That's it.
Whoa, that feels
That
weird.
way you don't have to do 2. Yeah, let's see there. You got it out? Well done. That's the hard part. Okay?
That was a weird feeling. They kind of have the tubes stitched onto your skin, so they had to clamp that off first, and then they both, the surgeon and the nurse, ripped them out of my inside at the same time, and that was, you can hear me in the footage go, whoa! It was the weirdest feeling. It felt like snakes slithering out of you. It was not fun. I'd say day 1 through 4, I pretty much slept the majority of my time was in this chair. The only time I get up is to go to the bathroom, and I use a walker for that. Thank God for Craigslist. I think I bought it for $10. It's like new. It's great. It's because you have to walk hunched over, so to hold on to something while you're hunched over is priceless. I also, thank God to Craigslist, got a toilet riser, and that brings up the height of the toilet seat, I don't know, quite a bit, so you don't have to go down, which is quite painful to do right now each time you go to the bathroom. So I use that, and the toilet seat, the shower seat was great to have today. I don't know if I could have stood there the whole time hunched over trying to shower and clean myself without it. So those are must-haves. And before I was able to take a shower, I used this 2 times, probably on day 3 and day 5 or 6. It's dry shampoo, which I had never heard of. My hair stylist lady told me about this. It's called dry shampoo, and it's just like it just sprays into your hair, and it refreshes your hair as much as it can with your hair getting greasy and not feeling so fresh. So that was a good thing to have. As far as pain medication goes, I've been on oxycodone. I take every 3 hours, and I'm starting to now just use it at night. It definitely helps you sleep too. And he said for now I can just take ibuprofen during the day, and that so far seems to be working just fine. And of course I've been taking stool softener. I know this is TMI, but I just finally went yesterday, so I didn't have my first BM until day 6, which was you definitely had to work at it, and but I've been taking the stool softener every day. One thing I didn't do was take stool or laxative, 2 different things, because if I had to go right then and there, I wouldn't be able to, because I wear a full compression garment from the pretty much the top of my ribs all the way down to my knees. So there's a crotch opening. Don't need to take it on and off, but you know how it is if you need to go right then and there. I didn't want a mess to clean up. Is that TMI? Yeah, it is a little bit. I also take bromelain, which is the extract from pineapple, which is known for to help with swelling and bruising. And I really don't have a lot of bruising where they did the liposuction on my flanks. I do have some, but I think it could have been worse. Maybe that stuff is helping, I don't know. I take an antibiotic twice a day. And what else? I always have a drink. I have not had one diet soda since my surgery. They say that can cause extra gas, which is not fun when you are, you know, sitting in this compression garment and you can't really push anything out with your stomach muscles. Speaking of stomach muscles, I asked my surgeon how bad mine were separated, and he said there was a good, you can't tell from here, but probably about 3 inches to, he said about 3 inches, so they were very separated, quite extensive. So he sewed that up as tight as he could, and he said that's going to make a flatter stomach because of that. So my husband has really been my hero, my lifesaver all this week, and he's been great. He hasn't complained once. So I am so thankful for that. There's no way I could have done this. Like even with kids' help, there's no way they could have been lifting me up, putting my compression garment back on me, which was crazy hard after a shower. So yeah, if you plan on doing this surgery, you need help, at least for probably a good 2 weeks. I'm only in week 1, so I don't know how the next week's going to turn out as far as what I can be doing for myself. But right now I still can't do anything besides go to the bathroom. So far I do not have pictures of my tummy and to show, because the pictures I have taken are X-rated. I am not showing that on YouTube, sorry. But I'm really hunched over. It looks really weird right now anyways. So it's how it looks right now is definitely not how it's going to be looking in the future. It's definitely weird looking to me. It's the skin is completely gone and flat, and I've been swollen more up on under my rib area, kind of where it's hanging over my compression garment. I don't think you can see it, but I got my compression garment here, and you can see my belly button's right underneath it, and it looks so weird to me because it's all patched up and scabby. And as you can see, I'm wearing my compression bra garment, I guess you could call it. And from what I've seen so far, I definitely like what they've done up there. He said he took away a lot of excess skin up there too, and brought it up, and I am surprised this part of it, if I just had this done alone, I'd be doing great. I'd be walking around and doing great, but they're hardly sore at all. They're bruised and stitched up and everything, but the pain there is not bad at all. Like, if you're thinking of doing just a lift, go do it. I don't know why I didn't do this a long time ago. It's a wonderful thing. That's all I can think of right now. I'll put the footage together and hopefully that will tell you how my first week went. So We'll talk to you guys later.